If you followed me for a while, you know that I have an awful lot of body armor laying around. Up here you can see my plate carrier and the whole video that I made about it, and what plate carriers are good for and what they're not so good for, and how to set one up the way I think is most effective for a patrolman in a police department. The one downside to thick polyethylene plates and plate carriers with stuff stuck to the front of them is that they only work, like all body armor, when you're wearing it, and if it's really big and kind of heavy, you're not going to wear it all the time. That one that I showed up in that video, you can't wear it all the time. It's too thick really to drive with effectively, especially in a pursuit driving situation or when you're driving with lights and sirens where you're going to have to make quick inputs into the steering wheel. And if you're a little guy like me, your feet won't even reach the pedals when you're wearing that thing because you have to sit so far back from the steering wheel to keep it from rubbing. It can be done, but it's something that's not going to be comfortable to do all the time. So I had this concept, and when I saw the posting from Tactical Shit, I did a little video about their promotion that they had for law enforcement, given the circumstances going around in the country right now, that they were giving law enforcement discount pricing to anybody who could verify that they're a police officer or a sheriff's deputy or any other type of law enforcement officer. And I said I was going to get some rifle plates. Well, the rifle plates I ordered were to put inside of my concealable vest carrier, which is actually in this cover. And I'm kind of hoping that the plates fit inside and that they're not too heavy to be able to carry around. I didn't get 10x12s, I ordered 6x8s. And so we're going to unbox them, we're going to take a look at them. All right, man, take a seat, buckle up. Ordinarily, we'd start with orientation of the car here, but we got calls pending, and we got to get to them. So, we're rolling. We're going to have to learn on the way. All right, today, to unbox them, we're going to use my Spyderco police model. There you go. All the people who don't like my knives, here you go. There's an expensive knife. And I think that was $125 in like 2004 money. So we're gonna open them up, we're gonna take a look at them. I bought two 6x8 plates. One is Line-X covered to help with spall, and the other one is just a plain plate because I didn't know which one, and I wanted to get. It's about $50 for both of them, but it costs like $40 or something to ship them. I mean, shipping, because you're shipping a steel plate, is a little ridiculous. So, that's what they look like. There they are. Yeah, kind of a slightly curved face. That Line-X line one is really thick. I don't know how well that's going to work. I may have to get another non-covered one. So, I'm going to throw them in the carrier and see how these do. Maybe I'll only use one. We'll have to figure it out. Alright, after fiddling and fumbling with the thing for about 20 minutes, I finally got the K30 insert that I was using. Here it is here. You can see it steps everything up to 30 carbine or 12 gauge shotgun slug. That was like state-of-the-art 2005, 2006. But it's not stopping rifle rounds. It says that it will not stop penetration of 5.56, 7.62 by 39, 5.45, or any of that, unless it's really far away and at really weird angles. I don't figure that does me a whole lot of good up close. So we're getting rid of this, and we're upgrading to this, which is level 3 rated steel armor. So it took me about 30 minutes to get the other one, the Line-X coated thicker one in. Hopefully the plate that I intend on using on the backs that doesn't have the Line-X buildup is going to be a lot easier to slide in there. So I'm going to take you along for the journey. It's probably going to be boring. So get the old soft plate out. It came with the vest. And then the only way to get this in, you slide this plate in. And the issue is that when you slide it in, because of how deep this is. It sits all the way down here, which, you know, I'm all happy with my stomach getting protected, but that's not really the idea of steel rifle plates. So I kind of inch it up, and then I'm using pins for right now, because it's pretty much all I've got to get it in there. Just wear it for a couple of days and see how it works out. And I'm pinning the bottom of the plate bag. Now I'm putting the Line-X one in the front and the non-lined one in the back, as the Line-X keeps fragments from spalling, and I want to protect this beautiful face. But anyway, I got like arteries and veins and stuff in my neck that I probably don't need a fragment going through, so I figured since I got one of each, I'll put the one with a little more protection from spalling on the front. Seems to make sense. There we go. Now it kind of sits a lot higher in that bag, and hopefully the curvature of my back and my gut kind of keeps the plates in place. And then hopefully it makes it a little easier to sit with a thinner plate in the back. There's not a whole lot of protection. It's only 6 by 8, but it's still another inch wider than this. And steel plates tend to be pretty good all the way to the edges, which is nice. Instead of like you get ceramics or polyethylene, sometimes they can have problems if it's closer than an inch from the edge, because not all armor is made to work over its entire surface, or so they say. I do my best not to get shot. We'll test it. So you kind of stuff this all back in here. Hopefully it all fits together. Alright, well I can tell you for certain it's a little heavier now. That's not surprising because it's 7 pounds of steel and rhino lining basically. Oh, I forgot to catch back in there. But we shall see. I'm going to try it out. If it doesn't work, I wasted like 60, 70 bucks. If it does work, then, you know, I'll feel a little safer at work. And, you know, there's something to be said for that. Here it is on me. Yeah, it's about 7 pounds heavier than it normally would be, but it doesn't stick out all that much. And the amount of stuff that I have in my pockets and the nylon on the vest kind of keeps it from being too crazy. I don't think it looks insane. I don't think people would know that this has rifle plates in it, which is kind of the idea. As long as people don't know that they're even in there, then you know, shouldn't get any crap. I shouldn't get any crap for it at work for having rifle plates in. If they were big polyethylene plates, it would look funny, and then maybe somebody would notice. But I figure if I can get rifle protection even just a little bit front and back without adding a whole lot of weight, that's not a big deal. Plus, I should probably just lose 7 pounds anyway to make up for it. I guess that could be a goal. That's what's going on. Also, I'm doing sneak previews on the Patreon page. So even though videos generally come out on Thursdays at noon, I am uploading the videos, and instead of scheduling them to put out, I'm putting them up on the Patreon page. So if you donate $1 a month to the Patreon page, you get to see the videos when they're done and not when they come out on a Thursday. So this week it's like 6 days early. I'm also thinking about doing some blooper reels. You wouldn't believe the amount of blooper stuff I have in between these cuts and stuff. In fact, most of the time I manage to cut them so that way you can't see that I'm bloopering. But going over to the Patreon page if you want to see it early. It's only $1 a month to get into the patron-only section, and you can see the cool stuff that I've got going on before it comes out. We'll talk to you in the comments section, and you guys stay safe. Well, if you like that video, go ahead and subscribe, because there's a whole lot more to come. As soon as I finish up these calls, go 10-8. County 291. 291.